Smoked chicken. What's up, Internet? Big J with BigJsExtremeFitness. Been about a year since I've actually put a video up on this old smoker. Had this bad boy for 20 plus years and done tons of service with it. But I've actually been doing a whole lot of these gas grill videos on my Instagram account. I know it's a bad word over here, but I do have a lot of things I got to get to and tend to, and it makes it really handy. However, spent a few hours on the smoker the night before last, popped open some Led Zeppelin, some rum and cokes, and a cigar, and enjoyed myself thoroughly. Now, first things first, want to make sure, especially since I hadn't smoked on this thing in a year, that we were cleaned up of any wasp nests, birds' nests, snakes, rats, whatever might be in there. Opened it up, scraped it out, cleaned it out, went to the firebox, got all the soot and wood from the last time that we cooked on it, and started fresh. Got a couple of briquettes, a few sticks, and started the fire, worked my way up to getting bigger sticks with the TP, of course, just like you're doing a fire out in campgrounds, and eventually got to the bigger piece of wood that would maintain the heat for the rest of the cooking, as well as getting my flavored wood, in this case pecan, but you can use hickory, you can use whatever taste that you want, but that's going to be what's going to give it the best flavor. Now, I also season my food, as you see me pulling it out and seasoning it. I like to use different seasoning for different rows. So if I've got 3 or 4 rows of chicken or steak or whatever it is I'm cooking, I'll put different seasoning. That way I've got a variety, especially if I've got friends, family, and loved ones over visiting for dinner. One of them was a seasoned salt from Stone Mill. It's got onions, it's got peppers, it's got all kinds of good stuff in there, along with black pepper. And that's because I just didn't feel like using regular salt. This is really good. I also love my Weber's Chicago steak. That on chicken, I know it sounds weird, but it's really good. And last but not least, some crushed red pepper. I'm sorry, I used kicking chicken on one of those roasts, but I used crushed red pepper as well. So I got 3 rows of chicken, I got 3 different flavors, and I've got pecan smoking. It's gonna be good, and believe me, I've already had half of it. It's delicious. Make sure when you're checking that chicken that you know that there's gonna be more heat over by the firebox as there is opposed to right there at the end. That's why I will usually put probably 15 to 20 little briquettes, light those up. I've got regulated heat right there. Of course, there's not really a good way to vent or carburate that because it's so old, and it's got a slide out tray, which is a fantastic design, by the way, keeping your smoke out of your eyes and getting away from the fire, being able to work and season, put it back in there. But sometimes it just doesn't open or close just as good. But I'm telling you right now, 20 plus years, fantastic way to cook. Last but not least, I don't like to cut the chicken open to check it. I want to make sure that it looks good when I present it to the guest or even when I'm eating by myself. But a good way to rule of thumb to check that is, of course, just like your fingers here when you're checking your steak or your chicken. You got the rare, the medium rare, the done, and the well done. So if you use your fork and push on it, turning it, switching it around, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Again, you got Led Zeppelin, you got your rum and coke, you got your cigar, you got the smoke, you got the ambience. It's a good night. Hope you guys enjoyed these clips. Make sure you check the food before you pull it off. Make sure that it's seasoned right. And you don't want to leave the barbecue sauce out because you want everybody to taste how good that food is after you've cooked it for so long. Until next time, Intensity Rules, Train Hardcore. Thanks for watching this video and enjoy. See you next video.